What's going on? What's going on? Good evening. Good evening. So, I am Brittany, and I am here to share with you a little bit about my journey, my vision, what I'm doing, and how that might be able to benefit you. I am currently a community member within the digital growth community. How are you doing, Linda? Where are you from, Linda? I'm working as a digital marketer with the digital growth community, Legacy Builders. It's a community of like 31,000 people, and it is going in Oklahoma City. That's cool. I've been to Oklahoma City one time. I guess it wasn't what I imagined, but that's a good thing because, you know, I'm a California girl. I'm from San Diego. I happen to live in Atlanta. But my imagination of Oklahoma City is like nothing. What do you do out there, Linda? How you doing, Jalen? Prexy? I think that's Prexy. Angelo. How y'all doing? I'm Brittany. And as we get started, I want to say thank you guys for joining the live. I want to talk to you guys about a little bit who I am, what my vision is, what I do, and how that could help you. Library work. That's cool. Are you a librarian? So I am an actor. I sell life insurance on the side. I do a little writing. I wrote a play called From Colored to Black. You could actually look it up. You can see there's a whole website for it. It talks about the history, Black history in Florida from the perspectives of the people who were living. I did it from oral histories. And as I worked on that, I mean, I've wanted to be an actor since I was a child. I've been acting since I was 14 years old. I was clearly on the path. I had just finished grad school. And I started working on this project. It started as an internship and turned into a full-fledged play. Mind-blowing. But we wrote it off of oral histories. People, most of them still living. Really crazy, right? You used to be a librarian, Linda? That's cool. So you'll know how you can get really wrapped up in research. If you're around all those books, I'm sure that you get wrapped up in research all the time. And that's kind of how I got y'all. I had no intentions of writing a whole play, but my mentor and I were working on, we did some shorts. We did like 10-minute shorts, performed them in a museum, and the audience of Gainesville, Florida was completely enraptured. They wanted to know more. So my mentor looks at me and he's like, this is a full play and you're gonna write it. Y'all, I was like, yeah, right. I'm graduating. You can't make me do it. I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna forget about this. He didn't forget. He gave me a couple of months of the summer to play. I went on a cruise, started another show. I started performing in another show nearby, and we got to work. And about 9 months later, a full play, From Colored to Black, was written. I'm taking you on a journey here, so that's not what we're here to talk about tonight, but it helps you to understand how I got where I am right now, okay? So From Colored to Black took me down a lot of rabbit holes of research. And I learned so much about the disparities between, the wealth gap in America between Black and brown communities and, white families. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to make every Black person wealthy to be able to give their kids an inheritance so that they could have a leg up. But I know something that is an inheritance and it's not expensive. My brother was life insurance salesman. And I said, I can educate Black people about life insurance and then that'll help to bridge the gap. Maybe not for this generation, but maybe for the next one. Okay? Follow me. So I started to do that alongside acting. Okay? No big deal. It worked really well. I was able to not necessarily work from home because pre-pandemic, we were going into schools teaching educators about life insurance and their retirement. And I loved that because as an actor, you know, you go and you put on costumes at the theater. So every day, I would put on my little life insurance costume because that's when I used to dress like a grown-up, and I never did that in any other space. So I would put on my little life insurance costume, little dresses, my little glasses. I needed glasses, but I never wore glasses unless I was selling life insurance because I feel like people trust people who wear glasses more. Anyway, it was a part of my costume. And I'd have on my little kitten heels. And I'd be walking around schools. I had a little briefcase. I was doing my thing. And it was great. They really went hand in hand, actually. Life insurance and acting. But then COVID hit, y'all. And boom, schools were closed. I could not go interact with teachers. I couldn't educate them in person. And theaters closed. And film production stopped, and my life changed. Everything about my life changed that quick, and everybody's life's changed. I'm not saying that my life is any different. All of us endured some massive shift, right? Even if you were an essential worker and you could still go. But my desire to do life insurance was based on having face-to-face interaction with people to be able to educate them about it. I was not interested in selling life insurance on Zoom. That wasn't my thing. Having to find clients and pull teeth for people to keep their appointments on Zoom, I was losing my mind. And I was dressed in my little life insurance costume, but only from here up because we didn't have to wear no clothes no more. Everybody else was in pajamas and I was on pajamas from the bottom half down, but it wasn't the same. I didn't have my kitten heels. I couldn't wear my glasses on screen because now there's a reflection so they can't see my eyes. They don't know if they can trust me. It was a lot. So from there, although I was still helping some people, it was a steady decline in my interest because I wasn't able to get to the people. And honestly, I was just really sad because I couldn't act anymore. Not during that time. So I endured for about 18 months. And then finally, theaters started to open. And I was like, okay, I could do that again. But I was in San Diego, where I'm from. And mind you, when I went back to San Diego, it wasn't to stay. I was only going back to kind of like regroup, learn how to do life insurance with my brother in schools, and then go back to wherever I was going next. I actually landed in Atlanta, Georgia. Why did I choose Atlanta? Because it would be the only place that I'd ever lived where I could do television, theater, and film, and be able to go to work and come home every day. Most of my other acting jobs I'd taken, they would be somewhere else across the country. Someone would hire me, they would house me, they would give me a vehicle or some way to get around town. And basically I would be living in a town just to be doing that. So think about traveling nurses. They literally move to a city to go do a contract. That's how a lot of actors live, a lot of theater actors. People don't talk about that a lot, so most people don't know how theater actors really work. So in 2021, I said, I'm done with San Diego. Once we were able to get back in schools with life insurance, I was over it. I was like, whatever, I will help people with life insurance if they want it, but I'm not chasing nobody down no more, okay? I know how to educate you, but I ain't chasing you down. Plus, my brother was my upline. So if anybody has done multi-level marketing, you know how it is. Your upline be like, hey, I need you to produce. And I'm like, hey, I want to educate people. I'm an actor. I want to do theater stuff. I don't care about this, you know? And so with it being my brother, that would be really annoying because he's my brother, but then we also work together. So there was just a lot of stuff, right? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening and staying with me. If anybody has done multi-level marketing, please put a 1 in the chat because then you know what I'm talking about. How you doing, Sam Wise? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, John. We're here talking about vision. We're talking about the Legacy Builders program. We're talking about how I got there and why I joined. Linda, what kind of multi-level marketing did you do? How you doing, Reese? How you doing, Kayla? Thank you. Thank you so much. Is that Kala? Kala Misule? Thank you so much. Where are you from? And have you ever done multi-level marketing? So boom. It is 2020. Girl, right. Right. Too many to count. Because they sell you on this dream. There's always somebody in multi-level marketing that is getting paid. They getting paid. They dress nice. They got the best cars. They got the nicest office. All of that stuff, right? And you're like, I can do it too. If I just simply follow what they doing, I could do it too. Not knowing or really realizing like that they need you there because they're making money off of you. So they have to sell you the dream. And that is one of the things, and I'll get back to it later, that is one of the things that's so different about Legacy Builders than any other thing that I've done. Because ain't nobody making money off of me after your initial purchase. And I'm not making money off of anybody else. Anyway, so 2021, boom, I moved to Atlanta. I am like excited. Here is my new life. Here is my new opportunity. I can still sell life insurance on Zoom if I want to. And now I am here in the land of opportunity. I even made a song. I was like, I'm going to Atlanta, Atlanta, Atlanta. I used to sing it every day. I drove across the country and I would sing it at every stop. I was so excited. I was so excited. And when I got to Atlanta, when I came here, it was everything that I wanted and more. The energy of this city is just creative. It feels like people are moving and shaking here, you know? It feels like a place where you can do things. Absolutely. It is 100% profit. And so I loved it here. And unfortunately, in July 2022, July 7th, 2022, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I moved to my dream city. I'm doing all these things that are like creative. I'm writing every day. I'm writing monologues every day. I'm making music, and I'm not even a music maker, y'all. I just started making music for fun because I had access to other artists here who enjoyed making music. Hi, Montrell. How you doing? Where are you coming from? And what's your vision? Please put that in the chat. Gail Peterson, how you doing? Let me know, you guys. Where are you from? And what's your vision? Tonight, we're talking about vision. We're talking about vision. We're talking about what you want to create. And we're talking about the thing that I'm doing that's helping me to create everything that I've ever wanted and why I started it. Thank you, Linda. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you being here. So like I was saying, July 2022, everything came to like another crashing halt. 2 years later after COVID, I get another like, boom, breast cancer. That's what this scar is from. It's from my port. I'm good now, you guys. I am top tier. My health is great. I am in the clear. Hey, Boba, how you doing? Where are you coming from? And what is your vision? Let me know. But I had to make some choices. I went off and did another show in Portland, but my doctors were all in California. And you know what? People are terrified of the word cancer, but I'm going to say that it was actually a really beautiful year. It put a lot of things in perspective for me. And the first thing that it put into perspective for me was that you have to choose to live every single day. Like whether cancer was going to kill me or not, I had to make a choice to live right in that moment. And I chose me, which meant that like, if I am choosing to live in that moment, I need to choose to enjoy every moment that I get, because tomorrow could be the last day, or I could have another, 30, 40 years. But you don't know, right? So I started living like every day like it was my last day. And I took it to heart that, resentment can't live in a healing body. So fast forward, I'm healthy, I'm well. I finally get back to Atlanta. I took an entire year off. After I finished treatment, y'all, and I'm telling you, I was all the way in the thick of it. I was bald-headed. I didn't have no eyebrows. I didn't have no eyelashes. I I was all the way a cancer patient. But I documented every single thing because my perspective on cancer was different than anyone's I had seen. And I was looking for someone who was telling the story from a healthy, happy perspective. Because I chose not to be depressed about cancer. Hey, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Where are you coming from and what's your vision? So after it was all said and done, let me tell you the beauty of this. I told a friend in May, I need to find something that allows me to monetize my time on social media, that allows me to tell my story and continue to help people. Because that was the thing that I really did appreciate about life insurance. It's that I got to actually help people. And I need people to understand what I understand, because I don't think that God put me in this position to have these experiences, to take them with me and get on out of here and die knowing what I know. So I told a friend, I need to be able to monetize my time on social media. I need to be able to tell my story. I want to be able to put out the content that's still living in my phone and make money off of it somehow without having to be like a major influencer with brand deals. And wouldn't you know, 2 weeks later, I saw a post. I saw a post on the internet from one of my mentors in personal development. She posted something about daily pay on Facebook. And I was like, mind you, she also worked life insurance with me. And there's one thing I know about this lady. She is about her money. She don't play. She don't play. And I know she's very trustworthy. How you doing, Vanessa? Thank you for coming in. Where are you coming from? And what is your vision? Oh my gosh, Linda. Girl, I have an accountability partner. Her name is Lucy. The only reason I'm on live right now is because Lucy held me to it. She was like, what time are you going live today? And I was like, 10. Right? It's not easy. Going live is not easy. And believe it or not, being an actor, I'm used to being in front of the camera. I'm used to talking to people. I'm used to being in front of people on stage. It's my favorite thing to do. But that doesn't make this any easier. I think it's like, it's like you got to pop the cherry. You got to get that first couple of ones out of the way, and then you can start to enjoy it. This is only my second time going live. And this is because I made a video the other day talking about consistency. Is your consistency inconsistent? And, that's where I'm at, right? Because I can do all these other things. And I can make my videos and I can post 3 times a day, but how do people get to know you if you don't go live, right? So thank you, Lucy. Thank you for being here and sharing the live. Anyway, so how did I get here? I just saw a post, and because of who it was someone who I knew, I liked, and I trusted. And I just asked a question. It wasn't the first time I saw it. She was posting stuff every day, and I was like, did she leave the business? Did she just start a new business? What's happening? So I asked a question. I had to figure out what was going on. Hey, Puff, how you doing? What is your vision and where are you coming from? Thank you so much for joining. We are talking about vision and things that you want to create and what I'm creating now based on a thing that I'm doing. So I was like, hey, her name is Sherry. Sherry, what's going on? She sent me a little paragraph like, hey, I don't know if you've heard about the digital marketing or the e-learning space, but they're making billions of dollars a day, and it's projected to be like the highest paying industry in the next 3 or 4 years. And I was like, I don't know any of those stats, but I'm listening. What's up? And she's like, I purchased a course. I purchased a digital marketing course, the Legacy Builders course. And she said, I purchased it for $900. I have master resale rights. I get to sell it for $900. And I'm like, well, are you still doing what we were doing together? Are you still doing life insurance? And mind you, she was one of the top earners in our life insurance company. So for her to be doing something new, that was big to me. And we look alike. How you doing, Poppy? Do we? Hey, girl. Then you must be kind of cute. Where are you coming from? Thank you for joining the live. Tell me what your vision is. Oh, we're talking about vision. We're talking about a vehicle that I am using to create the things that I want to have in my life. So Sherry was like, I'm still doing life insurance. I'm still a part of that. However, I checked out this opportunity. She said it took me about 3 months to say yes. She said she saw one of her friends doing it. She said, but it took her 3 months to go on. And ever since she's been doing it, she's been getting it. And she was really candid with me about how much money she had made. And I just wanted a little bit more insight. So she was like, hey, just check out my website. Check out my website. There's going to show you a video. And then, let me know what you think. Well, it all made sense to me. Hold on one second. Let me see, Poppy. I want to see what you're talking about. Why would you do that? That's wild. Okay. I don't know what that's about, but that's hilarious. Thank you, I guess. Hey, A Black. Cool. Did you just screenshot that picture right now? That's really interesting. Anyway, so what I realized is this was right along the alley of what I wanted to do. Digital marketing is an opportunity to tell my story. It's an opportunity for me to monetize my time on social media. It helps me to get back into a creative mode because after I finished my treatment with cancer, I kind of chilled off of everything. I wanted to get healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And my writing came in the form of a journal. I'm a journaler. I'm a girl that literally journals everything. Can y'all see this? And so sometimes my journal entries become monologues too, but I really was taking a break. And when I saw this and she began to tell me what it was and how it worked, I was like, this is actually perfect for me. She also emphasized that she worked a 2-hour workday. And that was very different than what we were doing in life insurance, in our multi-level marketing thing. She was working a 2-hour workday. I was like, I don't understand how you're working a 2-hour workday. She's like, look, we just post a little bit, go live a little bit, do a couple of ads, and that's it. And I'm like, what's the catch? This sounds crazy. Is this another MLM? And she's like, no. She's like, once you buy the course from me, that's all I ever make money off of you from. And it's not that I'm against people making money off of me. I don't care about that. I just wasn't interested in anybody being on my back about it. Does that make sense? I want to work on my own terms. I want to work on my own time and on my own terms because I like to do whatever I want to do. I like to travel. I like to work out. I like to play with my brand new puppy. I like to hang out with my boyfriend. I like to cook. I like to make videos. I like to create content, but I'm kind of a night owl, right? This is kind of when I start getting active. It's 10:44 at night. This is when you'll see me buzzing around. So it's not conducive for me to have somebody asking me about my production during the middle of the morning. I'm not even ready yet. I'm not there. So, although, like, I'm not married, y'all. I'm not married. I only have a fur baby, and I've only had her for, like, what's today? It's Monday. I've had her for 9 days. So even this is new. I am so used to my time being my own, and I wanted to keep it like that. But I still like making money. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? So what she told me was, all right, you buy this program for $900, right? And then you have like a $29 website fee. Like, this is what you have to have because it's done for you. You don't have to build your own website. You buy this class and it turns into its own business. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, no. Like, you can use the digital marketing to promote another business, but it also is a business within itself that offers you 4 streams of income. Everybody's always talking about, oh, you need so many streams of income. If you want to be wealthy, you need 6 streams of income. This comes with 4 ready-made. So once you buy the $900 course, you invest in yourself, because not only is this $900 course like education, like a college course, right? Can you even get a college class for $900 these days? I don't know. But even if you did, let's say you got one class for $900. Well, that's not also going to come with a ready-made business. It doesn't. Like, you still got to take other classes and you got to figure out how to make a business on your own. So once you buy that, then you also get access to a $600 product, a $300 product, and a $100 product that you can sell as soon as you get this. So why? Why can you do that? Because once you have this, you have master resale rights. That means that you get a product that's already done for you and you can resell it. You can resell it. But not only that, once you get this product, you're learning. You're learning. So like, let's say you have a flower shop. You have a flower shop, but you don't know how to get customers. You have beautiful arrangements, but nobody sees them because you don't know how to market them. This class, this course is going to teach you that. This course business, because that's what it is. It's not a business course, it's a course business. It's a business in a box, basically. It's going to teach you how to market your business to get more customers. It's going to tell you how to create content, how to attract more people. And this is one of the best things that I like about it that's so different. I used to have to hustle. I used to have to chase people down to get them to get life insurance. Oh, thank you, Linda. Next time I will mirror the screen. How do you do that? Y'all know this is only my second time on here, right? Mirror the video. Boom. Let's see. Mirror turned off. That better? Can you see it straight now? Let me know. Aha. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, it's like your business in a box. You know, you get a bed in a bag. This is a business in a box. Not only do you get a business that's already ready made for you for $900, you also get to learn. The things that I've learned while I'm in here, like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes just making content, I would just start talking. I wouldn't even tell people who I am. By the way, y'all, I'm Brittany. I'm an actor. I'm a breast cancer survivor. And tonight we are talking about vision. Thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with me tonight. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about vision. We're talking about creating and getting what you want, and the vehicle that I'm using to do just that. We're talking about the Legacy Builders program and why I chose to do it. It was all a part of, like, how I've manifested it. I said something that I wanted. I wanted to be able to tell my story, use social media to be able to make money off of my story, and to continue to educate people about something that I learned through my cancer journey that other people should know. And this opportunity came to me. Since then, I have seen how powerful this is. This community is filled with people who are doing so well. I mean, we have, how many six-figure earners do we have from this year alone, you guys? Those of you who are here and know about Legacy Builders, let me know can you put in the chat how many six-figure earners we have? I'm gonna open up the community right now, just so you guys can see what's going on. Because not only is it a business in a box, it's a done-for-you business. The website is already made for you. You're already getting all this education. But there's also a whole community attached to it. You can find the answer to any question you have in this community. It's basically like a baby Facebook of like winners, of people in here creating their lives and living their vision out on their own time with a 2-hour workday through social media. They're using the power of social media to attract people, to get more customers, and to actually change people's lives. Look, if this wasn't something that I felt like was life-changing, I would not be interested in doing it. I'm only interested in helping people. I'm interested in telling stories that help people. And I mean that through my acting, and I mean that through my content. Offering this opportunity to you is because I see how it's changing other people's lives, and I see how it's changing my life. Knowing that, like, I don't have to just go clock into some job that I don't care about to be able to make ends meet between shows. That's a big deal. It allows me to stay in a creative space. It allows me to create and write and to tap in. It allows me to be more focused while I'm training at the gym. It allows me to be a better puppy mom. This is my first time having a puppy. And sometimes, because it's new, it can feel daunting. Because just because people are winning doesn't mean it's easy. Just because it's a 2-hour workday doesn't mean that it's going to be a breeze. Everything is going to have a learning curve, right? And so even I, a person who really loves making content, sometimes I'm like, And you know what I do when I'm feeling like that? There's a little section here in the community that says wins. And whenever I'm feeling weird or down, I go directly here to find out how people are winning in this business. And there are so many ways people are winning. Right here, $100 while napping. That's because your content that you're creating becomes almost like a little evergreen product for you, right? It keeps going. It's working whether you're actively on social media or working or not. Okay, 18, maybe there's probably 18 people who've earned over 6 figures in less than a year. Most of the people have earned 6 figures in less than a year. The creator of the program, Michelle O'Neill, she's earned $1.7 million since September 2022 from digital marketing on social media. Hi, Rosina Harris, 797. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. What's your vision and where are you joining in from? Look, 2 customers in August. You know, these are people who are regular. $900 ding. A ding is when people, that's what we call it when you get a sale. It's like the sound, right? Ding. These are people that are regular people like me and you that, you know, we're working regular jobs and just, they see more for themselves. They want more for themselves. Right now, I am late 30s. And I'm in one of the best relationships I've ever been. I've always wanted to be a mom. I'm in the city that feels like home, that I want to stay in forever. I live in a neighborhood that has all these beautiful homes and they're up for sale. And you know what I want to do? I want to buy one. I want to buy one. And this opportunity gives me the space, the extra income, the consistent income to be able to qualify. Because since I'm an actor, I mean, I might have a show here or there, but it's not consistent. Because I don't choose to sell life insurance consistently, that's not consistent. So then I get into this conundrum of like, well, how can I buy a house? My boyfriend is a firefighter. He's got the real job. But I also want to be able to have a consistent income to contribute to that. Does that make sense? Something that I can put down on paper for the banks to be able to approve me, right? It's tricky when you do these kind of things. Write it down and make it plain. What do you mean? What do you mean, Linda? Help me out. So, a house is in my future. Is that what you mean? You want me to write it down? Actually, write it down. I want a house, right? A house, what does it require? Money. But not just money, because I have the finances to buy a house right now, but I can't prove my income. This is going to give me something consistent so that they know that, okay, you know what else I want? A baby. A real baby. I mean, I like my fur baby. She's so cute. And she's a baby. But I want to have a baby. And when I have a baby, I do not want to have to work. Not away from my child. Right? I want to be able to give my actual child the same amount of attention and more than this little puppy gets right now. I want her or him to have all of my time. What else? I love to travel. So, when I was in the middle of my cancer journey, one of the things I used to do with my followers on Instagram, because they followed everything with me. They went through the whole thing with me. Every time I went to chemotherapy, which was 16 sessions, I had 16. It was so great. Every time before I went to chemotherapy, and I used to call them my wellness treatments. I never called it chemo, because I believe there's so much power in words. Every time I went to my wellness treatments, I would ask my friends to help me visualize when this was all over. And I would say, I need you to see me healthy, happy, and whole on a white sand beach with clear blue water, lined by a jungle with my husband and a baby. Travel is such a big thing for my life. It inspires me. I get a lot of creative ideas when I'm traveling. I'm so interested in the world. I'm so interested in the people of the world. I'm interested in different foods. I'm interested in different types of music and dance. I love to explore what their liquors of choice are. I like to just know what other people are into in other places. In fact, we just got back from Guadalajara, Tequila, Mexico, and Puerto Vallarta for my boyfriend's birthday. It was really important. I love that part of my life. And I don't want having a house or a baby to keep me from traveling. Not if I'm making $900 a day. It doesn't have to, right? It doesn't have to. I am able to do all of these things. Not only is travel important out of the country for me, all of my family is in San Diego. So once I have this baby and I have this house, I'm going to want the support of my family. And I'm going to want to show off my things like a child, right? I'm going to want to show off my house and my baby. So I want to be able to pay for my family to travel to me. I want them to be able to come here. I want my village to be here in Atlanta. in Atlanta, because I love it here. I love it here. So those are just some of the things, right? Those are just some of the things. But more than anything, you guys, when you're creating, it took me, like I said, 9 months to finish writing that play. And I think about, okay, well, at the time I was working in other shows. And as an actor, once you're in a play, you have like a regular schedule like other people. You go to work at like 10 o'clock in the morning and you're there till 6 or 8 o'clock at night, depending on what your schedule is, your call time. And although I loved those shows, at the time, I had to do those shows because I needed the money. Does that make sense? Because when you're writing a play, there might be some funding, but largely you're doing this for free and like maybe there's money for you later. Does that make sense? Unless you get commissioned by like a big theater or something like that. But just regular people like me who are writing, you don't just have like money being thrown at you so you can just sit and create. It doesn't work like that. So I think about how this opportunity gives me the space and the time to think, to create, right? Because ultimately, what I really, really want to do is write my own stuff for myself so that I can film my own projects. So all of this is cool. And this is a great way to get to that. But ultimately, I'm still a creator, y'all. I want to create my own stuff. I don't want to have to wait for people to cast me just because, there are so many factors that go into it. Just like any other job, right? When you're trying to get a job, when you're trying to get hired in a show, the world of theater, the world of acting is a lot of no's. I've learned to grow up with no's because I've been acting for so long. I can handle a no. But after I went through cancer, I felt like God told me yes. So why do you get to tell me no? And I know how to write. So if I know how to write my own projects, I don't want to wait for people anymore. So this opportunity with the Legacy Builders program is giving me all of that. And on top of that, because of the education that I'm receiving, when I do write things and when I want to promote them, I know exactly how I have the training. It was a win-win for me. It continues to be. I get to document the things in my life that I enjoy doing anyway. And sometimes just put some text over it and it becomes some content. It's really beautiful. I don't know what your vision is. And if you're in here, hi, Ida. How are you doing? Where are you coming from? Thank you for joining. What's your vision? What do you see for yourself? If I think about the people who this would help the most, I think about actors. I think about other actors who have, 3 and 4 roommates. And they're working at a restaurant, getting talked to crazy and having no time for themselves because they have to work this double shift in order to be able to get off, in order to go to an audition, just to be told no. I'm thinking about the people who have to decide if they can audition for a show or a film because if they get it, they might lose their job because they have to pay rent. I'm thinking about that. I think about those people. I'm thinking about the other people who are going through some kind of life-threatening illness and they don't know how they're going to pay for their medical bills. They don't know how they're going to pay for their lives because they are too sick to go to work. But if they don't go to work, they don't have medical insurance anymore. Those are the kind of things that if I would have had this program 2 years ago, like I would have had a lot less stress. Now I know the chemo took my hair out and I was going to be bald-headed because of the chemo, but I was stressed enough to be bald-headed anyway. Because I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I was taken care of. Universe got me. Universe always has me. But even this is a way. So if you are looking for something different, if you need something more in your life, DM me and I will send you the information on what this is. Maybe you don't really even know. If you go on my page, you can see a couple more videos, but I'm just telling you how it's changing my life. It's changing my life, and it's changing thousands of people's lives, okay? 31,000 people are in this community, and it's everybody. It's old people, it's young people, it's middle-aged people, it's moms, it's dads, it's single people, it's corporate people. Everybody wants something different. People are done with this. Thank you so much, Lucy. Tomorrow we have a live webinar. You can get all of your questions answered. Anything you want to know. If I'm being too vague, my bad. Ask me a question. I will try to clarify it for you. But this webinar, you will learn everything that we're talking about. You'll have the opportunity to ask questions from the person who created it herself. And see why so many people are changing what they were doing and taking this opportunity. It really is a win-win. I really don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. If you're thinking about making a change, you need something different in your life, but $900 is like, there are payment plans. There are also the opportunities to go with the lesser courses. There's a 600 and the 300 and the 100. Here's my thing. Hear me out. You could upgrade if you wanted to, but you're cutting yourself out from some of the other income streams. So like, let's say you go with the 100. You could only sell the 100 to other people, and you don't have as much access to learning. You're going to learn a lot, but if you go here, you do a payment plan. I think this lady did a payment plan for something like $54 a month for like 18 months, y'all. And even though she's doing that payment plan, she still can sell this for $900. So she could pay it off after her first customer and did, right? I jumped in head first because I believed in this, and I believe in my vision. I'm gonna have a house, I'm gonna have a baby, I'm gonna keep traveling, my family gonna travel to me, and I'm gonna create my own films. And I don't wanna go begging people for money. Does that make sense? I don't wanna have to go beg people for money. I wanna create exactly what I wanna create. I wanna be able to hire my friends. I wanna hire my acting friends that I've been working with for years. I wanna be able to be like, hey, I'm doing this movie, I wrote it, I want you to do it. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you well, and that's what I'm working toward. And this is giving me the opportunity, the space, the cushion, to not only get more comfortable and back in practice with creating again, because I'm creating every day now, y'all. Making videos is the same. I'm writing scripts. It's the same world. I'm putting myself on camera. It's my practice watching myself and hearing myself again. And it's just really beautiful. The support in the community is crazy. How you doing, Robert? Digital Mindset. Are you part of Legacy Builders? If so, where are you coming from and what's your vision, Robert? Linda and Lucy, I really appreciate you guys being here, being such great support. But just like that, that's the kind of support we have there. You are in business for yourself, but you will not be in business by yourself. As long as you are coachable and consistent, you can make a really, really good income. It can be extra income. You know, people are saying $900 a day, and that is possible. But if it's just $900 a week, how would that change your life? How would $900 a week change your life? Let's see. There's $900 a week times 52 weeks in the year. That's an additional $46,000 Would that make your life better? Let's just think about it on the monthly basis, right? That's another $3,600 a month. That's another $3,600 a month. What would that do for you? What bills would that cover? Is that your rent or your mortgage? Depending on where you live, that's your rent or your mortgage and some. That's probably your rent and your mortgage. And let's say a car note. It's at least your car insurance. Wouldn't that be life-changing? If you have student loans, girl, Lucy, don't you start talking about student loans, girl. Student loans. How fast could you get through your student loans if you had an additional $3,600 a month? And that's just making $900 a week. That means you only got one customer per week. That would be insane, right? How life-changing would that be to see that number going down? And I mean, I did my bachelor's and I did grad school. And although grad school was paid for, I still got student loans. A lot of them. But I ain't worried about them. I'm just hoping that they magically disappear. Most things in my life happen that I be asking for, so I'm hoping that's one of them. Hey, I spoke this up. I spoke this opportunity up. I'm just thinking that, one day somebody's going to be like, you know what? Those student loans, they were a scam. And so now you guys don't have to pay them anymore because you were scammed. And I'm going to be like, see, I knew it. Again, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight as we talk about Legacy Builders Program, digital marketing, and vision. What is your vision? What do you see for yourself? What do you want? And what's preventing you from having that? What is the thing that is preventing you from having what you want right now in your life? Hold on one second, you guys. That's what I want to know. I had the idea, but I didn't have a way to implement, right? I knew what I wanted to do. I'm like, I want to tell my story. How do I make money off of it? And that's what this is giving me the opportunity to do. It's literally giving me the blueprint. And that's what they say. That's what I was offered. Like, do you want the blueprint to $900 a day? And it sounds like a gimmick, but it's not. That's exactly what it is. I have the blueprint to be able to figure out everything I need to tell my story, to monetize my time on social media, to live a 2-hour workday, to have the time freedom that I want, to be able to do exactly what I want to create my vision and still pursue my passion, which is acting. This doesn't take away from anything else. It is an addition to my life. If you have 2 hours in your day, what would you rather be doing with it? Would you squander it just watching some reality TV show? Or do you want to have the opportunity to maybe earn a couple $100 extra per week? That could be life-changing for your family. And if we really want to be honest, there's a lot of things going on right now. Like, do you want to wait for your job to give you the security? I mean, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but the stock market has been acting real crazy lately. If you had money in the stock market, that might have gone away a little bit. Don't you want to have the opportunity to recoup that? How you doing, Dorothy? How you doing, JM Dub? I'm voting Harris because she's doing a great job at the border, and I love inflation. Cool. I don't know what you're talking about, but what's your vision? Do you want to talk about that or not? Because that's what we're talking about. Well, I don't know if we're on the same page, JM. Because, yeah. Anyway, how you doing? How you doing, Jenna? Thank you for joining. Hey, Dante. Thank you for the tiny diny. Thank you for the finger heart. Yeah, so like I said, if my vision is house, baby, travel, film, what's yours? What would an additional $900 a week possibly $900 a day, $3,600 a month. If you only got $900 a week, $48,000 a year. How would that change your life? How would that change your life? Okay, JM, I'm not talking about politics tonight, so thank you for coming, but we ain't got time for that. Yeah. I'm interested in people who are in alignment with me, and doesn't seem like JMW was, and that's not what we're here to talk about. Jenna, thank you for joining. Where are you from? What's your vision? And how could a little bit more time freedom improve your life? If you could add more financial security to your life, what would you do with the additional time? What would you do with the additional money? What would that help you to do? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Thanks for coming back, Dorothy B. Do you want to share what your vision is? I want to know. I want to know what you guys' vision is. Sorry, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. To travel. To travel. Where do you see yourself traveling to, Linda? I know that I definitely want to get to Thailand soon. Uh-oh. Hold on. Huh. Fiji. That sounds super dope. Fiji is like one of those places, same with Thailand, that I was like, I'm not going there on a girls trip. I'm gonna wait until I am in a relationship with somebody I enjoy traveling with. And I saved some of those trips for the man who would be my husband. And I'm really glad I did, because the man who will be my husband is a really great travel partner, and I really enjoy him. So I'm really glad that that's a decision I made. Yeah, so thank you, Lucy. I know you already got your husband, so you know what I mean, though. But yeah, there's so many beautiful places with white sand beaches, clear blue water, lined by a jungle that we need to go to, you know? Ooh, that is so on point, Dante. Thank you so much. Dante said, I would like to go to Walmart without checking my account first. How many people can relate to that? So that idea of like, look, I know that I need to stock up my house, but I don't know how much I can stock up my house until I look at my account. The freedom to be able to go and just get what you need, what your kids need, what you might want to get for you or your friends. Like, I like to be able to go to the store and see something for my honey and be like, ooh, he would like that, right? Let alone when you have to go get the things you need. I want to go to Walmart without checking my account first. That hit different, right? Because that's not talking about just for play. We're talking about the real brass tacks. We're talking about like the real things that matter here, right? Michelle O'Neill, the creator of this, she always talks about, you know, how when she started, she used to have to use a calculator at the grocery store. And that's a big deal. You know, me being by myself, living by myself, my situation is a little bit different. But there have been plenty of times where I was on that. Or, I don't know about you guys, but there was a time in my life where I was using my credit cards to pay my rent. It had gotten so bad. And I was just like, you know what? I don't know how else I'm going to do it. I'll have to figure out these credit cards later. And I was using my credit cards. I maxed out every single one of my credit cards at one point during COVID to pay my rent. And that's when I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that. And I don't want to have to chase people down to be able to make my rent. Does that make sense? So that's another thing about legacy builders that is so beautiful. This business is automated. What they teach us and how you learn to attract your customers it's just that. It's attraction marketing. You learn how to get people to know, like, and trust you. You learn how to be attractive to your potential clients, so you never have to chase anybody down. That's the part that I love. Although I am used to getting no's from the acting industry, I don't like it. Nobody likes getting no's, right? So for me, that's one of the best things. It's a rejection-free industry. I get enough rejection in my passion industry. I don't need my what was kind of a side hustle that's turning into more of a primary thing for me. I don't need that to be something that I hear no from all the time. So with your business in a box, your automations do all of the hustle for you. You only contact people who contact you. You don't go in nobody's DMs. You're not chasing people. And I love that. And it is helping people all around the world, not just here in the States, in South Africa, in some of the West African countries, the Caribbean. People are getting enough extra money to where they don't have to check their account before they go to Walmart, before they try to buy groceries for their kids. People are able to take their kids out and do things and throw birthday parties. You know, it's actually a done for you business. When I say it's a business in a box, and I really mean it's a business in a box. Thank you, Dante. This program is going to take you step by step, y'all. Step by step, day by day. Who's old enough to remember that? This is going to be no to low tech. And I'm going to say no to low tech because we still are using cell phones and a laptop. And that's all you need. Really, cell phone. You could probably get away with just doing it on a cell phone. But in the beginning, you probably want to have a laptop just because it's bigger, right? But every single step that you take in this, there's a video. There's a short video, maybe it's 5 to 10 minutes, that walks you through every single thing that you need to do to get your business set up. And like I said, there's people of all ages in there. There's 80-year-olds who set this up. The creator of it, she's not tech savvy at all. And this is what it is. Once you get it set up, you probably never need a laptop again. Truly. I use my cell phone or my tablet for everything. My tablet mostly just because it's bigger and I don't be wearing my glasses like I told y'all. There's a video for everything. Literally everything. But even though it's no to low tech, I'm going to say low tech. That's more fair. That's a more fair assessment. You start to learn some stuff about tech, and I did not expect that. Before all of this, I had no idea what a funnel was. Get a funnel. Didn't know what it was. Didn't care to know. Didn't ask the internet because I could have asked Google. But because of this, good night. Good night, Linda. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate that. I look forward to talking to you again. Okay? Shout out to Oklahoma City. Aida, you're here. You're back. Where'd you come from? So you start to learn about some techie stuff that will actually help you should you ever have another business of your own. That's different than this. So when you have a business outside of the digital growth community or legacy builders, you'll know how to implement these tools to create an automation for your next business, right? It's really cool. You learn how to get people to know, like, and trust you. Getting people to know, like, and trust you is going to be valuable everywhere in your life, right? Like, it's not a scheme, but it's easier to navigate in life if people know, like, and trust you, and you learn how to do it quickly, right? I've noticed that this has helped me just in normal interactions. Like if I just go to a restaurant, I engage with people differently in my real life. And it's fun. It's really dope. I connect with people faster. People are willing to tell me their stories faster, and that helps me to create a more authentic connection with people in real life. So these are just some of the benefits that I've had from doing this program. It's really, really, it's life-changing in a way that I didn't think it would be, y'all. I just thought it was going to be a business opportunity, but I didn't know that it would be changing my outlook on everything I see, how I operate in the world, and what I expect out of my life. Does that make sense? Anyway, if you want to know more, y'all, there is a webinar tomorrow. If you go to the link in my bio, the link in my bio is going to give you the blueprint first of all, but that's how I can give you the link to the webinar so you can get the information right from the horse's mouth. This is only my second live, so I enjoyed being here with y'all tonight, but I know I was all over the place. I just want to run it back for you really quick. This program is going to be something that's going to educate you, all for a small investment of $900 plus the $29 for your setup fee. If you pay that, not only do you get the education, but you also are going to get access to selling $900 course, 6, 3, and $100 course. You get 4 income streams automatically. If you can't afford that, there are payment plans. If you still aren't sure and you still want to get one that's less, you can buy this one or this one and upgrade later. Like, it's really flexible. It's up to you. It's what do you want? Do you want to have the opportunity to earn $300 more a week? Or do you want the opportunity to learn $900 more a week, a day, whatever it is? You might be really good. You might get really good really fast and start earning $900 a day. It might take some time, but you will. You might be like, you know what? I don't need that much, but I do want a little bit more. That might be more up your alley, whatever it is. But you will have the master resale rights. Once you buy either one of these, any of these 4, you will have those streams of income. And also you'll have whatever's below it, right? So if you started with the 9, you have all of them. If you get the 6, you can sell those 3. Does that make sense? You get the 3, you can sell 3 in 1. You'll get the master resale rights, but you'll get tons of education. If you have a vision like I do, I want to have a house, I want to have a baby, I want to be able to travel, I want to be able to get people to travel to me, and I want to have the time to be able to create, which I need time to be able to think to create. Once I start creating stuff, I want to film it, and I want to hire my actor friends. I don't want to have to beg producers to produce my stuff. I want to make my own stuff. That's my vision. This is what I want, right? I want to do all this with the man I love, and I want to be able to help and be at home with my baby, right? That's what I want. And I do this all through the Legacy Builders program. It is going to take you through step by step. You're going to use your cell phone or a laptop, mostly laptop in the beginning, just because it's bigger. After that, all you need is a cell phone. You can work from anywhere. You can work anytime on your own time. It's no to low tech. It's low tech, y'all. It's low tech. Everything that you're going to need to do to get set up, you're going to have a video that shows you. But not only does it have a video to show you, you got a whole community of 31,000 people. There's a whole community. It's like, I'm telling y'all, it's like a baby Facebook. You can get any question you need answered in there. It might already be answered. All you got to do is look for it. Not only is this community going to offer you the education you need, and this is in addition to the program itself, which has all the education, but it's people there that post their wins. And when they post their wins, when you're feeling like you're not doing so great, these people have their wins in there to pick you up. $4,500 in 2 weeks, $600 day today, $1,200 day yesterday, $4,000 in 1 month. This is what I'm talking about. Regular people. Most of these people didn't have any experience on social media prior to. And just like I said, even if you get something lower today or tomorrow or whenever you're ready, you can upgrade. If you get the $100, you just want to check it out, you can upgrade to a $900 one and have those 4 streams of income. You guys, this is something that's changing people's lives. 18 people who've earned 6 figures, and not just like, 100,000, multiple 6 figures. There's a lady, she just bought a house. Her and her husband, she's a stay-at-home wife. Her husband's in the Army. They have 4 children. 400 and something thousand in the last 9 months. That's not an uncommon story in this community. So, I mean, we're talking about going from checking your account before the grocery store to like literally buying houses cash. Being able to do anything you can think of and having a great time doing it because you're only doing it for 2 hours a day. Good night, Dante. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys for hanging out. If you want more information, please click the link in my bio. Just follow me. Keep up with what I'm doing. And you'll hear more from me. Thank y'all so much. And good night.